Welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. I'm Sam, an English guy living in provincial Russia, and today we're talking about why I signed up for the Russian Armed Forces. We're going to talk about that and loads of other stuff, so let's go. Look how nice this coat is. Извините, пожалуйста. Можно я просто...
А я вас видела. Вы
так классно. So here we are, 3 weeks later, and I'm going to pick up my glasses. I can't wait. The lenses have been made, they've called me, and I can't wait to change my look. I can't wait to get my glasses, the new look, new Sam. Oh. Отлично, спасибо. So what do you think of the new glasses? They feel really strange right now, but I can see so much better. It's incredible. So if you remember last time, all this area here was covered in ice, and just 3 weeks later all of the snow was gone and all of the ice has gone, and it's a really weird feeling because, well, it's January. Okay, so something weird's happening. It feels like I'm walking uphill. I guess that'll probably change as my eyes get used to it, I'm guessing. I think I remember having that feeling before. At least I hope it's normal anyway. So I've come to my friend who owns this advertising agency, and I bought some salt and vinegar Pringles. We're on Pringles cam. I'm trying to get everyone to like salt and vinegar flavour because they're not really popular in Russia at all. So whenever I see them, I buy them and give them to people. Oh, извините. Oh no! Oh! Oh shit! Ты все знаешь. Держи. Hello! Can you see the cathedral over there in the distance? It's actually very close, but because of the camera, it looks miles away. Just swing around here, and here we've got a big chapel, and right now we're in the grounds of the cathedral, and down the road there we've got the monastery, and this is kind of all the old part of Vladimir, the ancient part. Let's have a look at this. Wow, amazing. So we've got a kind of narration going on in the background. You a fan of museums? We've got the different emblems that are on the church. Look, these are all on the outside of the church. That one's pretty interesting, isn't it? Look. And I'd like to go up here, look, go up the stairs. I bet that's cool up there. Someone's put an X on the wall. So the church behind me is called Dmitrovsky Cathedral, and it was actually built in 1147. Wow, right? And you might not know this, but Vladimir is actually the capital of ancient Russia. The Prince Vladimir, well, he was the founder, and this is Russia's ancient capital that we're located in. When most people think of Vladimir, if you do a search in Google Vladimir, you'll come up with loads of pictures of Vladimir Putin. Even if you try and find best tea in Vladimir, it will say Vladimir Putin loves tea. And so it's difficult having a name of the town called Vladimir, which has the same name as the Russian president, right? So we've got an exhibition going on. There's always exhibitions going on in here. I'm not really a massive fan of them, to be fair. So these paintings are a New Year kind of master class. All the kids of the town, they, well, painted their version of New Year, and they decided to display them here, which is pretty cool. Some of them are very interesting. Yes, I don't know what they were thinking about with this one. Oh, I guess maybe it's the snake. That's what it is. It's the year of the snake. Very colourful, isn't it? Look at this one. Some very artistic kids in this town. Very artistic indeed. And here we've got old Vladimir. So this is the types of, I don't know, houses of the main street, look. You can see we've got all the photos inside. And it's just interesting how they've done the whole corridor in the style of old Russian houses. Interesting. So this is, it says musical watch shop. Basically, not even a shop, like a workshop. Here we've got the different types of watches, look. I've got a bit of a show going on. This is really cool. So here we've got a chemist. We've got some of the different things they would have sold in the chemist with these different vases and things. So right now we're in like the main museum in Vladimir. To be fair, I'm not a massive fan of museums. I like history, I like watching documentaries and walking around things, but I'm not really that into museums. So look here, you can see it says in English, so I don't have to translate it. Exposition of art in Russia of the 20th century. So here, these paintings are paintings about Russia from the 20th century. That's the topic. Let's have a quick look around. Perhaps there's some that you recognize or some that are famous. Are these depicting what you expect Russia to be like? So this one says 1950. And it says the enemy is near to Moscow. So I guess these soldiers are preparing to go and fight. What kind of paintings do you like? I'm not a massive fan of these things. I love the Soviet mosaics and things like that. Any of these? Let's have a look which ones stand out to me. This is kind of okay. I'm going to go around the whole museum. It will get pretty boring, I think, the video. But so many people ask me, Sam, can you go to museums? Can you go show museums? But I'm thinking now that probably no one will watch the video because I'm just walking around an art gallery and they'll say it's boring. This is my kind of thing. What do you think? Oh. So here we've got this woman sitting on the bench and it's just as a portrait of herself in winter. And if you can see, we've got winter wonderland going on behind her. Got people buying things, might be candy, might be balloons. We've got the market here, it says. We've got the place to pay for whatever they're paying for. We've got a place here selling pancakes, and then here it says hot, and it's probably hot bread and hot things that they can buy. And so in this room, this is Vladimir, although I don't recognize this. А это где у нас Владимир вот такой?
Нет, это не Владимир, это Сергей Посад.
Понял.
Владимирский художник был.
Художник Vladimir. Понятно, спасибо. So this isn't actual Vladimir, this is paintings by people from Vladimir, and this is a town in the Moscow region. It's actually very beautiful there. And these paintings I do kind of like a lot, very nice. This is like the Russian winter in the village. And these things, yeah, these are more like what I like. kind of colourful and interesting to look at. Look at this lady here, wow. This one's brilliant. I really like this. You have to really focus on it to see what's happening. And this one too is pretty interesting. Here's we've got kids being pushed and playing in the snow, maybe they're adults. We've got the traditional Russian town behind them. Let me know if this is interesting for you, right? Because obviously I'm just kind of like, you know, going quickly through these galleries and stuff. Do you enjoy this kind of thing? So if you're in Vladimir and you want to come to the museum, then you need to come to the territory of the cathedral. We've got the one cathedral there, and then we've got the main cathedral there. And obviously this building is wedged in between them. One thing that used to be in the past in Moscow, 100%, there'd be two prices. There'd be a price for foreigners and a price for Russians. And I always thought that was really weird. I don't know if they've changed that now. I remember that if you were a student you could get discount, or if you were a pensioner you could get discount, but then there'd be two prices, foreigners and Russians. So I'm not going to go in the cathedral today because, as you probably remember from another video, they refused to allow me to film inside. They said it's against the rules, but as you've seen already, I just went to the other church. It's run by exactly the same people, and the lady was completely fine with me filming. And so it's kind of like a thing in Russia. People have gatekeeper syndrome, and quite often it happens to me an awful lot in shops, in shopping centres, all over the place. Just like you have Karens in the US, right? The typical Karen who hates you and wants to, you know, have a go at you for whatever reason. We have the same people here, and they're gatekeepers, gatekeeper syndrome, and here we're going to call them KGB Karens. So in Russia, if you're a male, then you have to sign up for the armed forces, and the age ranges are always changing, but typically up until the age of 30 you're supposed to do, I think, a year's national service, where you'll go and spend a year in the military and train and prepare. And then for over 30 I think to 50, you sign up as, you know, a potential defender of Russia. If it came down to it, if there was a, you know, if you needed to, if you were required to, then you would go and defend Russia. So I'm not going to pretend that I know all the laws about all the different rules about who can, who can't, who can go into battle or whatever. I really don't know any of it at all, so I'm not going to pretend I do. And as I said, the age range is always changing. So a lot of people ask, well, you know, if I was a citizen of X country and I served there, how would that impact, you know, me in Russia, serving in the armed forces in Russia? Look, once you become a Russian citizen, it doesn't matter what you did in your past life, right? Where you were living, what country you were a citizen of. You're now a citizen of Russia, and the rules of the Russian Federation apply to you, not the rules of what you did before you became a citizen. So once you become a Russian citizen, within a certain period of time, you will receive a notification from the armed forces to say that you need to come and sign up. Basically, that's how it works. You'll usually get something delivered to the house where you're registered, so it's a registered post, and that will be a letter saying you need to come and you need to sign up for the armed forces. So obviously not everybody signs up. There are specific conditions. Perhaps you have a medical condition which will enable you or not allow you to join up, and then perhaps you're a single parent, you can't abandon your kids, there's things like that. I don't know all the rules. So once you receive the notification, you'll then have to go to the Armed Forces Centre in the area where you live. You'll go through a series of medical tests, fill out lots of different documents. So this is what it looks like. It's like a little passport, and it says the Russian Federation. It's got the symbol of the Russian Federation, and then, or the coat of arms I should say. And it's just like a passport inside. I'm not going to show you the details. So I've got my lights done, and they are absolutely incredible. They're a bit dirty right now, but look, I can see for miles. And that's not even like the long beam, yeah, that's just the normal one. Incredible.
Это не женщина, это беда.